Hi FiveOneYouth, I'm Natasha, one of the youth leaders, and I'll be sharing with you this week's devotional. Have you ever been in a conversation with friends or family where they misused Jesus' name or spoke badly about Christians? In those conversations, how often do you speak up and defend your faith? For me, there's many times I stay quiet because I'm afraid of what others may think. After these conversations happen, I'll replay the scenario in my head and think of what I would have said. You may have been in a similar situation as me. Our current series is on goals, more specifically God-sized goals. We're almost 3 weeks into the new year. Some of you may have set some goals already, or you may not have set any goals since you're not sure how to achieve them. The passage we're looking comes from 2 Timothy 1:7-10. Paul was writing to Timothy and said that God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. Paul is not saying there isn't such a thing as fear. Fear is definitely real. We may have fear and have to deal with it, but it's not something that God gives to us. So what does God give to us? Paul says that God gives us a spirit of power, love, and of a sound mind. Fear will keep us from accomplishing our God-sized goals. We need to use what God gave us. Paul also says we shouldn't be ashamed of Jesus' testimony. People during Jesus' time thought his plan for salvation was crazy and even persecuted him for it, but that didn't stop him, and it shouldn't stop us from wanting to do great works to further God's kingdom, despite what our friends or family may say. A constant goal I have is to speak up and share more about my faith with my friends who are non-believers. I ask if I can pray for them on the spot if they're going through a difficult or challenging time instead of waiting until a later time to pray for them. I challenge you to remove any fear you may be experiencing and take on any goals that God has placed on your heart. Whether it's sending your friends the YouTube link to service or having intentional or even spontaneous spiritual conversations over Zoom. I believe God's strength is greater than any fear we have. Take the time to pray over your goals and ask God to remove your fear and give you strength to accomplish them.